I'm Joe Ryan. I am a pole vaulter for Northern High School. I'm senior this year, and I work out at Powertrain Mechanicsburg. I was a high jump and long jumper, and it was my freshman year right before the height of COVID happened, everything shut down. It was the day before we shut down. The pole vault coach came up and asked me if I ever considered pole vaulting, and I was terrified of it because I was worried about falling back on the runway or something like that. And so the next day I was gonna give it a shot, and then we shut down. So I did not have a freshman season. When things started to open back up that summer, we found from a friend of ours a club called Vaultworks that was off of 15, and I went there through now actually, pretty much. Still going there. It's a great place. Would not be where I'm at without them. Definitely the acrobatic factor of it. Just something about flinging yourself upside down, like through here, your head facing down towards the ground and everyone looking at you like, whoa. It's just crazy. It's an adrenaline rush like none other I've experienced. That record stood for about 7 years. Because the person who set that was a kid named Keith Steele in 2015. And he was the only, the original outdoor school record holder. He set that and the indoor record, and the other guy who broke the outdoor one didn't do indoor. So that record stood for 7 years. And since I don't play basketball like the other pole vaulter did, I was able to break that, and it was the second meet of the season. My opening meet did not go planned well at all. And then the second meet, I just showed up. We were going by 7s and 1s in bar heights, and I actually broke it twice that meet because it was 14 feet, and I jumped 14-1 on my first attempt. That was pretty crazy. And then we went to 14-7, and I did that on my second attempt, and that was insane. My sister actually started going here for basketball, and I really didn't care much about training as it was because I really didn't think I was that much of an athletic kid at the time. But when I started going there, when you guys moved to this place, I decided to start training, and I kind of did it as like a side hobby just to stay active because I didn't do much sports in that side. I did track, but wasn't really any good at it at that time, being a sprinter and trying to high jump and whatnot. About 3 years ago, when I started pole vaulting, I decided I was going to take it seriously because that's when I found my niche of this is what I want to do, this is what I want to be good at. I started taking it a lot more seriously, and I went from skin and bone to a little more muscle. Always listen to your coach. Your coach knows a lot more than you. I will add, my first year, most people don't like to admit this, but I was a very, very uncoachable kid. I was very stubborn. And then last year, I decided that I realized I am hurting myself in my event, and I decided that I'm gonna turn this around. And then last year, I ended up jumping a 2-foot PR because I decided to build that relationship with my coach and be a better person. And now, look where we're at now. Next is gonna be Shippensburg Track and Field. That's what's next. I was recruited. I reached out to that coach about last summer, told him about who I was. Got in touch with him over that summer as well, more towards the beginning of the school year. Went down to Ship and met with him, got to talk with him and all that stuff. He's very competitive, which is usually a good thing that you see in a coach. So that's always a plus side. And then I was talking to him about a roster spot one night, and he said he was offering me one, and I just took it.